So we finished some art pieces last night. That is the pink one, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple.
Wow, now every Kyle can decorate his home to match his energy drink loving personality. WWE shirt and 2014 snapback not included. Hey Girl Scout, what's shakin'? How have you been? I've personally been awesome. Interacting with you all, seeing your stories about your mental health journeys, and laughing at the one angry kid that made 5 different accounts to try and threaten to sue me has been really fun. And your fan art is absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for being here and for the quick growth of the channel. I can't wait to see what we get up to together, and I have lots planned. Twitch streaming, collabing, Facebook, and actually doing my own gameplay instead of outsourcing to my brother and editor. Sorry to disappoint. Be sure to follow my socials and join the Discord linked in the description so you can always be up to date with what's going on around here. Anyways, I took a few days off and I think it's best we jump right back into fake disorder cringe to start things back up. So let's just get started and see how all of the many people who claim to be Dream are doing. Guys, I think I have DID. I didn't realize practicing different faces in the mirror over the span of a few minutes meant I was switching alters. Dang, who would have thought? I love the hashtag End the Stigma that they tacked onto their video because nothing says end the stigma like completely unraveling years of destigmatization by making a parody of DID to the style of a shitty opening TV theme. You'd think they'd at least go with a costume change or two for us to really believe them. I swear these fakers are getting lazier by the day. I almost miss the ones who clearly spent an hour doing their makeup to differentiate between Kai and Raindrop and Tubbo and all their alters. At least those ones put in a bit of time for us to question their validity a little bit before ultimately coming to the conclusion that it was fake as balls. At least this person has alters with different pronouns to spice things up and to keep them in the game. Because as we know, every faker needs to put an emphasis on their list of different gender identities and other things that don't really add any sort of real differentiating personality but gives themselves the false idea that they're somehow unique. And no, I'm not saying your pronouns aren't valid before you tunnel vision into that and ignore my whole argument. I'm just saying it's simply a self-proclaimed label that doesn't actually add any sort of confirmation that you have alters. Sorry to be the one to tell you.
Guys, I'm selling Tubbos, come and buy them. We have 32 total. Dreams too if you wish. We got 28.
Poggers, I need friends.
Bet. We also have like 12 Tommies.
Now you can collect all of your favorite alters. Pokemon cards are so last year. See a YouTuber and want to be just like them? Instead of playing pretend, why don't you claim you have a life-impacting disorder and cling on to their identity while erasing the clinical criteria of enduring severe trauma to form alters? When you're bored, just trade them off for a new one to your friends because that's how mental illness works. I'm beyond jealous of these kids who can rid themselves of trauma through a Discord trade and don't have to suffer endlessly while they try to figure out how to cope. If only I too had the choice of whether or not I had to be mentally ill on any given day. Man, would my life be so much easier. Unfortunately, I have the old school and traditional forms of mental illness. You know, the uncontrollable ones that dumb professionals have to diagnose and that have to fit into specific boxes because professionals are so discriminatory. Ugh, this makes me sick. You know these kids have no fucking clue what it means to have DID, and based on what they're exposed to on TikTok and Discord and other places, they genuinely believe this role-playing is DID. The varying levels of awareness ranging from this misguided situation to, I know I'm faking, but I get mad clout for it, so who cares, is just appalling. Newsflash, if most people who genuinely struggled with a mental illness could have a choice, they would choose not to suffer with it because having your life impacted by it isn't worth the fleeting attention you can get off of social media for milking it. But hey, some people are addicted to the dopamine rush, and like a drug addict, they'll do whatever it takes to get that fix. Even if it means lying, deceiving, embarrassing themselves, or hurting others.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
No, this is not satire, this is real. Instead of getting a waifu body pillow like the rest of his neckbeard friends or investing in a nice Oculus Rift to watch his favorite stars in VR, he really went the route of pretending to be the people he clearly spends way too much time fixated on. Why not just shout? I have a crippling addiction to adult content, and it has a devastating impact on my mental health. It's honestly way less embarrassing than whatever this TikTok is. Also, there are lots of self-diagnosed kids, minors, who he should not engage with when talking about anything sexual, and they're chatting with him in the comments. And for that, I say to him, go fuck yourself. And no, I don't mean any of your favorite porn star alters, because I'm sure you've tried to do that before. I mean that in the most serious way possible, because you're disgusting, and I hate you.
Okay, so honestly, I couldn't help myself. I was waiting on somebody to just make this ableist comment. Let's go on a field trip, shall we? Okay, into the garage we go. Bear with me. I'm a double amputee and I'm slow. So yeah, if I really wasn't autistic, would I have autistic and proud? Or autistic pride, there's no cure for being
These
yourself?
are on my freaking vehicle,
Or
guys.
autistic occupant in vehicle. No, I wouldn't. And then we have in the car, my backpack.
You
Please be
can
patient,
literally
I
be
have
neurodivergent
autism.
and ableist.
Another pen.
Maybe you
Where
need
is
to
it?
Google ableist.
Please be patient, I have autism. My hidden disability lanyard. Please be patient, I have autism. I am autistic. Stop assuming.
To the 7 of you who managed to make it through that TikTok without throwing your laptop into a river and are still watching this, thank you so much. I know that was hard for you, and your support means the world to me. But yeah, obviously if you say you're autistic and make it your whole identity, it has to be true. If you spent 20 bucks on some bumper stickers and decorate your car in the most stereotypical way possible, who cares if you've been diagnosed or not? I'm gonna start wearing Harry Potter robes and carrying around a wand and tattoo the Death Eater snake on my arm, because then it obviously means I'm a witch and I'll be able to do magic and attend Hogwarts, right? Honestly, I can't even be sure if this person is faking or not, but if you dress up in a princess dress, it doesn't make you a princess, no matter how much you want it to be true, and that applies to mental disorders as well. Just a little thing to bear in mind that I wanted to add in.
We felt a switch coming on, so Tommy sat back and waited. We had just pulled in at a store that we associate with trauma memories, so Tommy didn't want to go in. Starts dissociating. Josh and Matthew move closer to front. Tommy leaves front. Carmen starts fronting. Tommy was trying to trigger Josh or Matthew out. Carmen grounds herself. This is an example of how we don't always know who is going to front.
Well, it isn't Dream, but I can bet you a hefty sum of money that Tommy stands for Tommy in it. Look, we gotta kind of feel bad for them. I too have been traumatized by a store in the past. Try breaking a Yankee Candle in the middle of a Black Friday sale in New York and tell me you don't feel a creeping fear every time that Christmas-scented store is in your field of view. What makes us so different? Other than the fact that I would never willingly go and trigger myself, because willingly putting yourself in the position to be a victim is disgusting and attention-seeking. But other than that, what? Now, if you'll all take your seats, I'm here to give you a little bit of a lesson on how to fake dissociative identity disorder better, because this person's performance is not up to par. How are they going to get into a good university and earn that drama degree? I know they'll just self-diagnose themselves with DID and then create an alter with a degree from Harvard, but for all you naturalists out there who want the real deal, let me break it down for you so you can cheat your way into being a believable improv extraordinaire. You're first going to want to take your driver's license and rip that little bitch up to shreds, because no self-respecting DID faker would be caught dead driving. To be diagnosed with DID means giving up driving and other luxuries us disgusting singlets take for granted every single day. You can't risk being triggered and accidentally crashing the car. Contrary to these fakers' beliefs, your disorder absolutely cannot affect others negatively without severe consequences. Surprisingly, it isn't all fun, quirky characters with funny sitcom TikTok moments. I know, it doesn't actually sound as fun when you talk about the issues living with a mental disorder can cause, but that's the truth. Next, I want you to study this clip. As you can see, this faker assumes what we in the industry call the gamer logging off pose to make it clear to their audience that they are indeed dissociating, which counterintuitively makes them look like the cookie cutter faker. The kicker to tie it all together is the new alter's complete lack of disorientation and immediate positive response to the camera in their face. If you want to be believable, you gotta look out of it, because God knows dissociating and coming to is a very intense and confusing experience. In fact, you're best just deleting TikTok and not filming your switches completely, because most people who are triggered and dissociated wouldn't even think to turn on a camera and film their private moment for the fellow kids of TikTok to see. You also might want to age up and be over the age of 18, if not older, to a time when the brain is finished developing, because being diagnosed under 18 is extremely uncommon and even frowned upon by some professionals. I can't make any guarantees that following this lesson will make people believe that you're actually a person with DID, but I can guarantee that not following in the footsteps of this person will save you a whole lot of embarrassment. Next week's lesson will be on how not to fake Tourette's, so be sure to come prepared with your Oodie and favorite songs to tick to the beat to so we can improve on your skills. I think that's all about I can take for today, and I'm sure you're all in agreement. I honestly don't know what else I can say that I don't say at the end of every fake disorder cringe video. I'm tired of seeing serious mental disorders being made a mockery and to see bad misinformation being spread around. I'll admit, I fucked up by wrongly calling tic disorders mental rather than neurological, and I misspoke implying things like animal alters aren't real when I know in rare circumstances they can actually form. I don't want to accidentally spread misinformation when I'm making fun of people who are clearly faking and give you all the wrong idea that this is why they're fake. I've been working closely with people clinically diagnosed with these disorders and have professionals at arm's reach, so I'm going to keep trying my best to raise awareness and to continue to learn myself. Thank you to the people who correct me, and please continue to do so. I'm doing my best to learn more so I can direct people to the right info, and have been compiling a list of mental health resources to make a master list in my Discord to help people out. So if you're interested in that, be sure to join my server. Also, let me know if you'd ever be interested in a stream with a professional or someone professionally diagnosed with a particular disorder, and I'll try to make it happen on Twitch. Or let me know what other things you'd like to see on Twitch. I'm also thinking of some Cold War zombies, some Valorant, Sims, reaction videos. I'm open to suggestions, just leave a comment. And keep leaving comments of your mental health stories. They're all touching to read, and I do read every single one, so know that I see you and my heart goes out to you for doing your best to cope. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Thanks for watching.